The year is 1912 and the date is 16th of October. Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi visits Belur Mutt. It is the evening of Bodhan, the ceremonial awakening of Goddess Durga. The evening was advancing, and yet there was no sign of the mother's coming. And so Swami Premananda was moving about in a fury. At the gate, he saw that the plantain trees and sacred pitchers had not yet been arranged. And he said, "These things have not been done as yet. How can the mother come?" No sooner was the ceremonial awakening of the deity finished than was seen the mother's carriage at the gate. The monks and the devotees, led by Swami Premananda, ran up at once, unharnessed the horses, and drew the carriage into the courtyard. As the Swami was thus engaged, one could see him trembling with emotion, joy scintillating from his eyes, face, and every limb. When the carriage stopped, Golapma carefully helped the mother out of it. The mother then looked around with beaming eyes and said, "Everything is ready, tip top. It is as though we ourselves have come attired like the goddess Durga." From that day, the mother stayed on till the 11th day of the moon. She stayed in the southern portion of the garden house, north of the monastery. Along with her, there lived in that house Yoginma, Golapma, Lakshmi Devi, and Bhanu Pishi. On the second day of the worship, more than 300 devotees bowed down before the mother, one by one. She was sitting on her cot facing west. As each devotee touched her feet, she blessed him. 4 persons had their initiation on that day. The drama Jana was enacted on that night, and on the night of the immersion ceremony was enacted Rameshwamedha. The mother witnessed both these performances from the upper story of the monastery. After the third day's worship, Golapma informed Swami Shardanand, "Sharat, the mother is highly pleased with your service and sends you her benediction." The Swami, hardly knowing how to acknowledge that blessing, was deeply moved and exclaimed, "Indeed." And then, looking meaningfully at Swami Premanand, he added, "Brother Baburam, did you hear?" The latter had heard it well enough. Now, in reply to Swami Shardanand's question, he clasped him in a warm embrace. On the 10th day of the moon, when the image was taken away on a boat for immersion in the Ganges, Dr. Kanjilal danced, gesticulated, and made faces at the image like a child, thereby evoking roars of laughter. But one of the brahmacharis protested against these gestures and postures. The mother was watching the whole scene from her own residence. When the monk drew her attention to the reaction of the puritanic brahmachari, she said, "No, no, all this is right. The goddess has to be entertained in every way through music, fun, and frolic." The mother returned to the Udbodhan on October 22nd. This was not either the first or the last visit of the mother to Belur Mutt during the Durga Puja. She was there in Swami Vivekananda's time and also in 1916. With Belur, she had a long association and she had a love for the place. Many a times she had come there, stayed at the garden house of Nilambar Babu or at the rented house at Khushuri. And all those places were sanctified by meditation and japa, religious discussions and practices, spiritual experiences and visions. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Do always stay tuned to Devakshar, like and share our videos, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us today.